y'all. So today I want to tell you 2 big reasons why you should list your house for sale right now. And we're getting started right now. Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Debbie Dobbins. So I'm your host for this episode of Your Wichita Falls. I want to talk to you homeowners that have been thinking about selling your house and putting it off because of all the reasons that you think the press is out there telling you not to do that. So I'm going to give you 2, count them, 2 big reasons why now would be the time to sell your house. The number 1 reason is that about 11,000 houses are going to sell in the United States today. Did you hear that? 11,000 houses are going to sell in the United States today. Could yours be one of them? What I'm finding is that homeowners, and we also have a shortage of inventory, again, we'll talk about that in a second. Some homeowners have been waiting for months, up to a year to put their house on the market. Why? Because they don't think, wrong, but they don't think that people are buying homes right now. Holy guacamole. They're buying homes and they don't have any homes to buy. So if that's you, know that even though the housing market has slowed, well, it's slowed compared to the frenzy of a couple of years ago. So that's why I say, please turn off the television and stop listening to the news, because they're gonna say the housing market has slowed, right? Well, it's slowed compared to when it was like on fire. So it's not what it was actually pre-pandemic, because really what we always need to do is look at what the numbers were pre-pandemic, which was the normal market. Then we had unicorn years, which are not compared to anything except for that crazy time. So yes, the market has slowed compared to the frenzy of a couple of years ago, but it is not even close to hitting those pre-pandemic levels. So contrary to what you may believe because you're watching the news, please turn it off. Buyers are absolutely active and plenty of homes are selling right now. As a matter of fact, if it's a good home. So this is the thing, and I'm going to do another video on this, so I help sellers rehab their houses to sell them to get more. A good house has multiple offers. It absolutely does. And it just last week, I had a house that everybody wanted in town, and we had to go $20,000. There were 5 offers, $20,000 over asking, because the good houses sell. Now, the houses that aren't being well maintained and have strange stuff going on with them, they are sitting there, I will tell you, because people still want good homes. But according to the National Association of Realtors, based on the pace of sales right now, just over 4 million homes will sell this year. So if you think that we're in a slowdown, think again. With some simple math, that's where we come up with this number. With just some simple math, let's break down what that really means for you. Let's see, 4.16 million homes divided by 365 days in a year equals 11,397 houses each day. That's all over the country, but that's a lot of houses. Every single day, your house can be one of them. And if you take that even further, you divide it by 24 hours, 475 houses sell each hour. Each hour. There's only 52 states in the union. Think about this. If you take 475 divided by 60 minutes, 8 houses are selling a minute. That's crazy. That's a lot of houses. So when you hear that the market is slow, please turn off the TV. Just to recap, that average of 11,000 houses selling each day, that is a factual number. It's not something that I just pulled pie out of the sky. It's true. And I know from empirical data of living here in Wichita Falls, because we're not any different than the rest of the country, is that we have houses selling all the time. And as I said, the good houses are selling. So if you're thinking about selling your house, please let me know, because I can give you advice on how to make that house sell faster. Because if you are in a neighborhood that has these amazing advantages that sellers are experiencing right now, the important things that they are looking for and they're searching for, they are going to buy your house. And I can tell you how to make that happen faster. There's a lot of ways to market your house that I don't know that most people understand to make it so attractive that people are clamoring and making multiple offers, because the best thing you can ever have when you're selling your house is multiple offers, right? The second reason that you should sell your house right now Because there's buyers out there, and today's market is super active. So every day those 11,000 houses are selling, and that could be yours. And in the time that it took to watch this video, 8 homes times however many minutes that was have already sold. That could be one of yours. That could be your house. The second really huge reason, and I alluded to it in the first reason, is that there's only half of the inventory of normal housing. What does that mean? So if you remember back in the unicorn years, one of the things was driving all these crazy offers and multiple offers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, was, and it would still be happening if the rates weren't up, was the lack of inventory. So there's no inventory and there's all these buyers. So now we do still have the lack of inventory and the interest rates have gone up. And I'm going to talk about interest rates on the next video, but what I want you to know is that do not, I repeat, do not let interest rates stop you from buying a house. But I'm talking to sellers. You know, does it still make sense to sell your house right now, right? Given the fact that all of the reasons I shared in the first video, that the news is telling you that the market is soft. Guess what? The short answer is yes, because we have a shortage of inventory. But think about this, is you have to have inventory, or you have to have a house to sell that somebody wants to buy. So I'm explaining that part to you because this shortage of inventory is causing buyers to make multiple offers on properties. And I shared about the example in the first reason, because there is such a shortage of inventory, there's such a shortage of good houses, that when the wonderful, spectacular houses, and I don't mean a mansion, I mean your house is clean and it's staged and it's uncluttered and there's front drive-up appeal. But if you have the right realtor share with you how to get the house in that condition, I can assure you your house is going to sell like that. I mean, literally. I put houses on the market and they're sold in 24 hours. But if you consider how there's so few houses out there for sale today, and there's all these buyers, because especially in a town like Wichita Falls, we have this influx because of the base, but we have an influx because of the university and the hospitals and so many other things. You probably are not hearing that this inventory is super low. You hear that the market is soft. Wrong. The statistics are that the inventory is half of what it was in normal years. But you might not fully realize just how much of a perk that gets for you when you're selling your house. Okay, so here's a graph from Calculated Risk, and it can help you put that into perspective, because the graph shows while housing inventory did grow slightly week over week, just a little tiny bit, overall the supply is so low. It's in the red bars. Oh my gosh, that supply is super crazy low. But compared to the same week last year, supply is down again 10%. Ugh. So what that means for you as a seller is now's the time to list your house. I'm going to tell you, this is a prediction, and if you wait till the interest rates go down to put your house on the market, that's when the glut in the market's going to happen. Because all these people that are sitting on the sidelines, sellers waiting to sell, are going to find that when you have an oversupply and an under demand, because we won't have as many buyers, we're going to have buyers, but we're going to have a shift in the supply and demand. It probably will become a buyer's market because all these sellers that are sitting on the sidelines are going to then say, oh, now's the time. Right now is the time. But if you look a little further back, you're going to see the inventory is down even more significantly. And to gauge just how far off from normal, which I don't even know what normal is anymore, how far off from normal today's inventory is, let's compare right now, right this minute, 2023, to 2019, right? Which is before the unicorn years, before the pandemic. It's the last normal year that we've ever had in this market. I'm not sure normal will ever be normal again. Everything is normal in the moment that it's happening, but the last normal year, according to people that say normal, 2019. And when you compare the same week this year with a matching week in 2019, drum roll, the supply is about 50% lower. What does that tell you? I've shared with you over and over, this is not rocket science. supply and demand. Supply down, demand up. Guess what? You're in the driver's seat as the seller. That means there are half the homes for sale now than there was in 2019. What does that mean? I should sell my house now if I'm thinking about it. Get off the fence. The key takeaway here is we're still nowhere near what's considered a balanced market. I don't know we're ever going to get back to that. But the thing is that the Fed, even though they've raised these interest rates, buyers are still out there and they're ready to buy. And the panic has stopped and the fear from the buyers. So they're there, they're ready, they're wanting to buy your house. There's plenty of demand for your house because there just aren't enough homes to go around. It's as simple as that. The chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, they're always putting out data. And I think it's important to look at that data because they have their finger on the pulse of everything that's going on, because every single real estate agent that sells real estate, their numbers get reported to the NAR, the National Association of Realtors. So they have the numbers. And he says there are simply not enough homes for sale. Gee, golly gosh. They know how many buyers are, they know how many houses are for sale. There's not enough. The market can easily absorb, this is what he says, the market can easily absorb a doubling of inventory. So, I'm telling you though, don't wait until everybody else puts their house on the market, which will be when the interest rates drop, and that's coming around the corner. So if you want to list your house, know that there's only about half of the inventory that there usually is in a normal year at this time, based on normal. I've said normal too many times on this video. There's no such thing as normal. Your house is going to be in the spotlight if you sell it now, which is cool. You want to be the magic. Woo! See, because that's what gets you multiple offers. So with the number of homes for sale, roughly half of what there's supposed to be in a normal year, here we are with normal again, you can rest assured that there's demand for your house. So if you want to sell, I would love it if you would contact me. There's a link to schedule a Zoom call in the first comments below. Schedule a Zoom meeting with me. I'll tell you what I think about your house. And I'm not filtered. I don't filter myself very much, in case you haven't noticed from this channel. But the fact is that I'm going to tell you exactly what your house can sell for, what you need to do to get the higher price, and then get it sold right away. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, now's the time to get off the fence. Promise, promise, promise. And if you want to know more about selling your house, the interest rates, the economy, Wichita Falls, the lifestyle here, I would love it if you subscribe to this channel. Ring that bell. You get notified every time we upload a video, which is usually Mondays and Thursdays. And as I always say, y'all come back now. You hear?